Börek doesn't have to be complicated. Today I'm sharing an easy vegetarian cabbage börek made completely from scratch using just 2 dough balls. No machine, no experience needed. Just a rolling pin, simple steps, and beautifully flaky layers every time. You can make this recipe not only with cabbage, but any filling you want. I'm gonna use 1 onion, and these are the cabbage leaves. The thick parts of the cabbages, I use the soft outer parts for making sarma. I have the recipe on the channel. Make sure to check it. It's a beautiful time to make it. I will share somewhere here. I'm going to use these parts for making my börek. First going to slice my onion. While it's sauteing, I'm gonna thinly slice my cabbages. Another easier way of slicing the cabbages thinly would be processing from the food processor using slicing blade. It will be thinly and beautifully in no time. By the way, if you like cabbage rolls, I highly recommend watching my cabbage rolls recipe Turkish style. It looks like börek, but it is a roll stuffed cabbage, beautiful winter recipe to try.
Perfect.
After I sauteed the onions a little bit, I added the shredded or thinly sliced cabbages and wait until it is softened. Make sure to check. I got a little bit too much brown spots at the bottom. Seasoned it with some salt and chili flakes, pul biber, and in the last minute I decided to grate 1 potato to lighten the filling. It's optional, and turned off the heat. For the dough, I have half cup yogurt here, adding about 1/4 of a cup olive oil, or you can add vegetable oil, and completed it to 1 cup. Added some water and 2 tablespoons vinegar. Vinegar also helps to make a flaky börek. Then I added 1 cup more water. So in total I have 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of wet ingredients. Then add about 5 cup first flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon baking powder. And add more flour and knead until you have nice, smooth, soft dough. You can also perfectly do it by hand. The best thing in this recipe is we are going to make only 2 balls and going to rest for 10-15 minutes. That will be enough, and it will be ready to roll out. Shape them into ball again, using less flour, just as much as it needs for the countertop, and close with dampened kitchen towel. Meanwhile, I'm gonna melt my butter. In total, I used 200 grams fat. It is 175 grams of butter, and the rest is olive oil, but I didn't even use the all of the fat, so 150 grams even would be enough. So far so good. Our dough is ready and the filling, we are ready to roll. I'm using less flour just to roll out my dough enough. Otherwise we want a soft dough. And make sure after a couple of rolling, turn the dough or flip it and sprinkle more flour. This way the dough won't stick to the countertop and open up easily. Normally we use oklava and that also prevents from sticking to the countertop. But specifically I wanted to use only rolling pin to show you that it is possible to do it without the thin oklava as well. Also notice if you are a beginner, I use the rolling pin from center to the sides. I rolled out as much as I can and now going to spread from the butter and olive oil mixture all over to have a thick layer. If you want, you can use a silicone brush to spread the butter, but if you fold the dough from the sides to the center and then open it back, it easily spreads all over. Then cut from the sides without going to the center. Imagine a round circle on the center and cut into 6 pieces. Then fold the sides to the center. This way we will create 7 layers from one dough. The layers doesn't have to be perfect, you can just tuck them under. Now we have a beautiful layered dough. I'm gonna rest it in the fridge, closing with another lid until the butter inside the layers set. And I will do the same thing to the second dough piece now. With this easy method, I think it is also perfect recipe to make it with your children or with your friends. It's a nice quality time to have. I'm curious really if you have kids at home, do you make any recipes? What's your favorite ones to make it together in the kitchen? Okay, I waited for about an hour. To make everything shorter, you can first make the dough while waiting in the fridge to set for the butter. You can make the filling, so it will be much more shorter. I had time in the afternoon, so I didn't rush. So it is perfectly set. I can feel the layers, like see some bubbles. Now we're gonna roll everything together. Again with the rolling pin as big as the baking tray. I'm gonna butter my surface, flour my surface a little bit and then roll. My tray is rectangular, so I'm gonna roll out accordingly. I have some sticking part here, so you can flour, but otherwise don't use much. It smoothly opens, stretches, We're gonna stretch a bit more, so it is enough. Just going to put this to the side. And will butter my tray. You might ask, do I need to butter the tray if I use baking paper? You don't have to. But the thing is, the butter helps not only to prevent sticking to the tray, it also conducts the heat, which means a better baking and a better nice golden color at the bottom too. So do use it if you can. Okay, adding the dough here. See how easily it stretches. And we already have 7 layers here. 6 from the sides and 1 from the center. Now I'm gonna add the filling. You can use spinach filling. I do have the recipe that I made everything raw. Don't cook them. Make mincemeat filling, potato filling. I have a little bit potato filling left from my other börek that I made and put it into the freezer. I didn't have any yufka left, so I'm gonna use it here. And then fill the rest with enough cabbage filling. Then I rolled out the second dough again. Fold once for easy transferring and then fold it back on the tray. It's very easy, my friends. Don't be scared if you are new in this, if you are a beginner. And just press the sides like a pie. Seal it. And I have leftover butter. See, it is around 50 grams left. You can also egg wash or even spread yogurt, but butter is okay too. You don't have to cut, but this is the way how it is done when you make this kind of börek, because it gets too flaky when you cut after it is baked. That's why. Normally I should use a bigger knife, but I already have this one, so I didn't want to use another one. My oven is preheating to 180 Celsius degree, and I'm gonna bake for about 40 minutes or until it is golden color on top and the bottom. Here is my börek ready. Looks very beautiful, crispy. Let me show you closer. Very flaky. Both sides beautifully baked. Let's get some and take a closer look. Look at this. It is very flaky, beautiful. But the thing is, I cannot taste because I'm fasting. But I have my daughter with me, so I'm gonna let her taste and give her thoughts. Yorum.
Güzel.
Güzel. Describe it.
Güzel bayağı.
Bayağı.
Beautiful, crispy.
Flaky. How is the filling compared to its cabbage filling? We don't make it a lot.
Delicious.
Anyway, so she liked it, and you can hear the crispiness even. And as you saw, it's very easy to make, my friends. This börek might be the one you have to try. Very flaky, beautiful. I cannot wait to try. I have 1 more hour left for the sunset. Then we will break our fast. So my friends, give it a try. And thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Afiyet olsun.